All right, guys. So I want to talk about Megan Rapinoe. Apparently, she's been making the news lately on YouTube and everywhere else concerning her stance on equal pay for women, and I am totally in support of her uh, of her argument. All right, and basically, my support of her argument pretty much stems from the fact that certain groups, certain races, have gotten affirmative action programs, social affirmative action programs, economic affirmative action programs, cultural affirmative action programs, academic affirmative action programs for the last couple of decades now. And when I say certain groups, I actually mean blacks and Jewish people, obviously. And unfortunately, I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos criticizing Megan Rapinoe, and apparently a lot of these people happen to be black and Jewish, and it's just hypocritical, right? Both those groups have gone the race card. Both those groups have gone, you know, an absolute immense amount of affirmative action programs for the last 2 decades, and I don't think either of those groups actually deserved any of that, particularly when other racial groups or gender groups in this country haven't had the benefit of any of that. All right. For example, there's this argument, and I've watched these videos, and these people just break down the reasoning behind why women are, the whole pay gap thing is just hogwash, and that women, uh, don't make more than men because they don't work as hard. But let's be honest, though. I mean, if you guys look at the whole academic program for minorities, particularly Black people, they get, you know, they get preference in admissions just because of the color of their skin. All right. Obviously, it's a big thing these days. Seeing as how Black people get pushes for just being black. I mean, let's be honest. They're not the best. They're not the most academically inclined people, particularly when it comes to GPAs, when it comes to SATs, etc., etc. When compared to everybody else, particularly Asian Americans and white Americans, yet there is an affirmative action program for them, giving them a push above hardworking Asian Americans, and white American students who have actually put in the work to get into these colleges, but they get pushed aside. That's an affirmative action program uh, that gets pushed for Black people. And to hear all these Black people come out of the woodwork saying, Megan Rapinoe and women should not uh, make an argument about their circumstances as far as the pay is concerned, is just absolutely hypocritical, because you all took that bus, that free ticket, Democratic bus up that hill, and then when you guys get up there, you guys turn Republican, don't want to send that bus down for anybody else. That's essentially what this whole entire thing is about. All right, and we're not just talking about academics. We're talking about affirmative action program for corporations. These corporations have affirmative action programs for blacks where they go out of their way to just put Black people in positions because of the color of the skin, and not because of the qualifications, etc., etc. Same with Hollywood, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, Hollywood did not want um, to to hire Black actors, actresses for lead roles, and It wasn't until the NAACP, civil rights organizations, even Farrakhan got involved with the protest and all this stuff that that pretty much um, put these studio heads in a position where they had no choice but to put these people in the positions that they are. And it's not because of hard work. It's not because of anything else except for the fact that that skin color is black. And it's ridiculous to me. So my argument with this is, if you're going to give certain groups, blacks and Jews, a race card, going to give them an affirmative action program for every single thing, all right, you might as well just give that to everybody else who requested, okay? And essentially, this might be viewed as an affirmative action program for women, but but they got an argument. Okay, they have every right to make that argument that they deserve, free. They deserve, to be paid as equal as men, considering the free programs that have been given to blacks and Jews. On top of that, the worst thing about it is you get these black dudes like Draymond Green or whatever the basketball player dude is who made headlines like maybe a day ago, who come out and say, women blah 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 don't deserve to get paid as much as men because blah blah blah. But man, like, doesn't this guy know his own history? This is a black dude who does not understand his own history of how his people got to where they were in 2021. And it's not because of hard work. It's not because they're smart. It's not because of any of that stuff. It's because they bitch the most. All right, it's because they had civil rights protests the most. It's because they have civil rights organizations that give them free stuff. All right, and I said this about Dave Chappelle. Also, I've said this about all these other groups who get away with being absolutely hypocritical when it comes to everybody else's struggle. All right, the women's struggle isn't any different than your struggle. Okay, the gay struggle isn't any different than your struggle. The Asian American, Latino American, Muslim struggle for dignity, for identity, for a place in the society isn't any different from your struggle. So for you guys to go out there and denigrate their struggle because you guys think that you guys got to where you are you know without those civil rights organizations, without those protests, without race carve out, it's just ridiculous to me. All right, every single one of these people's supporters, and I've seen so many of these people supporting the Draymond Green or Ben Shapiro or any of these people who have attacked Megan Rapinoe's assertion that women deserve fair pay. They're just absolute hypocrites, absolute hypocrisy, considering every one of these people, most of these people are Jew or black, Jewish or black, who have actually benefited from nothing more than just protesting, nothing more than just saying that George Bush doesn't like black people, just nothing more than just saying we deserve to be put in these colleges because of the color of our skin. We deserve to be put in these government positions because of the color of our skin. We deserve to be put in movies because of the color of our skin. That's what you guys have done for the last 25 years, man. Wake up, people.